Hey there, welcome back to Northlight Photographic Workshops. I'm not rigging myself up with a lavalier mic today because I'm hoping that you can hear the sounds of the forest behind me or around me. It's really an incredible day. Just yesterday, the leaves started popping on the trees, and you can see behind me that they've already gotten fairly large overnight. We started getting warm nights, consistently warm over the evenings and stuff, so things really started to explode. But I've been looking at photographs from prior years, and we're about a week or two behind as far as the leaves go, so it's no wonder everybody's been going so stir crazy up here in the winter. But yeah, it's looking good and it's sounding good. If you can hear him huffing and breathing and stuff like that, it's Curtis, my dog. He's sitting off over here. He's looking for squirrels. Sounds great, doesn't it? I've been meaning to take people out with me in the evening to go hear the peepers, but I've just been so busy getting stuff ready. But anyway, hey, I'm Bill Schwab. Welcome back to Northlight Photographic Workshops. As you can see, it's spring, and I've got spring fever big time. Unfortunately, this video is replacing one that was supposed to go out today on the digital negative process. I've got Richard Boatwell's new program, Quick Curve DN Pro, that I've been working with. And I started working on a video to teach you that and to walk people through it. And I was going great guns on it for the last couple of days, and what happens, but my printer stops working in the middle of it, right? And it says it needs a maintenance tank replacement, maintenance cartridge. And I don't know, I've had this P800 for 2 years now, or maybe 3 years now. And I've used it a lot, and I've never noticed that it had a maintenance cartridge in there, and I never even thought about it. So live and learn. I got on B&H last night, and I was able to order one, but it won't be here until Monday. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be here then, so I can't finish out the video till I get back. But one thing I can tell you with great excitement is that I'm leaving day after tomorrow in the morning from here at Pellston Airport, flying out to Los Angeles, and going to be picked up by my good friend Kara Kuklis, and I'm going to spend a couple days with him at his new home up near Pismo Beach, and then we are headed into Yosemite National Park, which is going to be really exciting for me. I haven't been there in a little while now, and I'm assisting Carrick in a workshop that he's teaching there at the Ansel Adams Studio and Gallery. He's doing an advanced platinum process workshop, and I'm coming in as a hired gun for the day to teach the digital negative part of it. So that's why I was working with the program recently, is because I was familiarizing myself with the pro version of the program, and just making sure everything was the same and that I could find my way through it. And it was a good thing I did, because Richard Boatwell updated the program, and in the midst of updating it, he had overlooked something. There was a bug in there, and he very quickly upgraded it the next day. So it was good to be there when that was happening, so that I could get the very latest and greatest version of the program. And I have to say, it's pretty good. I really enjoy it. It's got, this is the new, like I say, Quick Curve DN Pro, and it has 8 different modules in it, which is really nice. There's the 2 modules that you use the most often in building your curves, which is the starter curve setup and the linearization part of it. But it has a lot more. It has curve blending. It has ways that you can tweak the curve that you've already done to increase or lessen the contrast. And it's really a robust program, and I'm looking forward to digging into it a lot more. Unfortunately, my printer stopped in the middle of it, and up here in the woods in northern Michigan, it's not easy to find a maintenance cartridge for a P800 Epson. So yeah, that one's going to have to wait, but it is coming, and be sure that it will be out there as soon as I get back. I really only have about another half-day work on the video. As a matter of fact, I thought about releasing it as a 2-part thing and just getting it out there so you could start on it, but from doing these things myself, I know how frustrating that can be. You get through part one and then you're waiting for part two, and it's not coming, and it's going to be, I think, 10 days before I can get back here from California. So just be sure that it's coming, and I appreciate your patience because I know I've been talking about it. There's some other things I've been talking about getting to as well that I just haven't been able to do. I've got the Venice trip was great, and I've got so much footage that I'm actually kind of bogged down. I'm not really sure on how to present it. I have to get better at putting out and editing and compiling the video that I've been able to capture. But yeah, that was a great trip, and it's going to be a really good video if I can get it out to you. And also the Utah trip that I just got back from a couple weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago. Had a lot of great footage there. Was able to do a lot of good drone footage, and I really want to share some of that with you, and I just haven't been able to get to it. The reason being that I've been doing a lot of work on Photostock, the event that's coming up June 24th through 26th, and you can see the link to that below. I don't want to overhype that, but it's going really well. I have a lot of registrations so far. We're getting up around 60 official registrations, and it's shaping up to be a pretty cool deal, and I am very much looking forward to it. I can't stress that enough. There's some really cool people registered that are coming, and any of you that have been here in the past for it know what I'm talking about. There's some really great people. Unfortunately, there's a few that haven't been able to make it this year, and I understand that, and can't go to something every year, right? But they will be missed, but they'll be back, and I'm really excited about what's going on here. That's the thing. I've been doing a lot of work with I've been talking to the local Adawa tribe, and their office with the Department of Natural Resources as far as getting camping and things like that. And I've got a couple campsites down on the lake this year, which is that way, and there's a couple campsites there that we can use as kind of group sites. People can put up a couple of tents, that kind of thing. But they have great plans, and there's some work going on down there right now, which I'm really excited about, and a lot of people here are. Is they're adding 11 more campsites to an area down by the boat launch that they own, and it's going to be rustic camping, but it's going to be really nice. And so next year's Photostock is even going to be a step up. We're changing it into something that's a little bit more community oriented, and people around here are really excited about it. And so I talked to the tribe about perhaps leasing that space for every year at this time, so that I can be sure to have it, so that we can turn it into more of an outdoor event and more of a camping event for people that want to do that, but at least an outdoor event that they can, outdoor fire pit. It's right on the lake. It's unbelievable. I'm sure you've seen the video, and if you haven't seen it, you can see my Photostock video up here right now. I'll link that. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. But again, it gets in the way of a lot of the other things I'm trying to do. This whole one-man band thing is a bit of a problem for me because I've got so many ideas and so many things that I'd like to do, but yet, I'm just kind of at it on my own here. As a matter of fact, if there's anybody out there that wants to move to northern Michigan and become an assistant or a business manager or anything like that, give me a call. Yeah, it's hard to manage all this stuff, and it's really great at this point in life to have everything picking up the way it is, especially after 2 years of being down. But yeah, it's getting busy, and there's a lot going on. I have a lot of ideas, and it's fun. People are more interested in doing things of the experience nature now than they are of acquiring things. And so, I'm getting a lot of inquiries from people about, planning trips and, private workshops, that kind of thing. And it's a lot more than used to be, and I can't think that it's all just because of YouTube and my name getting out there more, because I've been out there for a while, but I think it has a lot to do with the fact that people are pretty well, woodpecker. I think that it has to do a lot with people that are kind of cabin fever, not only winter, but, we've been locked down for 2 years with a pandemic, and people are ready to get out there and do some things. Oh yeah, come on down. It's really nice when all the birds start showing up again. You know, we have our usuals that spend the winter here. You know, the chickadees and the woodpeckers stick around, but you know, a lot of the wrens and the grosbeaks and wow, orioles. Everybody's back in town now, and it's the time of year where everybody's looking for a little action, if you know what I mean. And so there's some really pretty songbird calls going on that you don't hear all year. You know, you just mostly hear it in the spring when, just like a lot of us men, we will puff up our chests and get out there in the spring, you know, only to the rest of the year just sort of lay back and snooze and not sing the song anymore. But yeah, it's cool. It's my favorite time of the year. Should have planned a workshop this time of year. I usually do that, but it's been a little harder lately, considering all that's going on. But yeah, you know, the idea of an intern would be really good. I've thought about that in the past, have somebody come up. You know, I think you can see a little cabin over there. Somebody could stay in the cabin, and you know, that's the problem here, is that there's not a lot of housing. You know, there's kind of remote. There's a lot of resort people that come up here. There's a lot of houses that people don't live in all year round because there's a lot of second homes, third homes, that kind of thing in the area. But you know, as far as people that actually work the area and have the jobs here, it's difficult to find a place to live for people. So it's hard to find somebody that's interested in what I do. It's kind of a niche kind of a deal, right? And it's harder to find other people that want to get in on this stuff. And you know, it'd be really nice to get somebody young that was up and coming and wanted to learn a lot that could come out here and work. But you know, those people are few and far between, especially in kind of a remote place like this. Anyway, I'm still working on it. A few years ago, there was a young woman that worked here with me that she was great, but you know, she's off in the West Coast now and doing really well. And but yeah, I kind of learned how nice it is to actually have somebody that works with you. And you know, I'm a little bit too much of a control freak, if you know what I mean. And it's nice to have somebody thinking of things to do that you know, you haven't thought of yourself yet. So anyway, I don't know why I got off on that tangent. Just thought I'd kind of turn on the camera and talk a little bit while the weather was changing here. We had a nice couple of thunderstorms roll through here today, desperately in need of rain up here. And wasn't enough, but it was enough to keep the dust down. And here's one of my little chipmunks visiting me here. Hey, buddy. And yeah, it was nice to get that morning rain, but now the sun's coming out. It's turning into a really beautiful day. And I've got to get out there on the road. I've got a few errands to run. I got a few things to do. Get some packing done before I get out on the out on the road and in the airplane. I'm thinking about, I don't know, this is crazy, but I'm thinking about road tripping again. You know, I mean, I got out on the road. I went to Death Valley, and then I decided to go out to Utah because I forgot how much I love the desert. And now I'm kind of feeling like hitting the road. You know, I got out there in Utah, and there was all these people in recreational vehicles and camping, and there's a lot of nomadic people out there now, and it looks like a lot of fun, at least to partake in for weekends or something. And you know, I've been thinking about getting back into that, and I've been looking at little trailers, little teardrop trailers, little personal trailers that I can pull behind the cherry bomb out there, over there, you know, my little transit that you've all seen in the videos. And I started actually looking at rooftop, Yakima rooftop tents and things. So I really don't know, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about hitting the road, doing a road trip, maybe doing some weekend things where I take you out on the road and do some vlogging and photographing out there in the world again. You know, not places that I can drive to, start taking, you know, advantage of my own environment and area. I haven't been up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in a little while. I'd like to do that. I'd like to get over to northern Minnesota. I'd like to get back up into Canada and go around Georgian Bay area up here is really beautiful. So yeah, you know, I'm thinking about that. So another thing I've been thinking about, you know, gas is getting so expensive, and I'm, you know, even in my little van, I'm spending $15-20 a day in gas up here just getting around. You know, it's a lot of driving when you live out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm really starting to get a taste for an electric vehicle, and a couple of friends have them now. And Ford has this Lightning pickup truck that's coming out and that's being delivered right now, and I know I couldn't get one yet, and it's maybe a little out of my price range, but I'd still like to have one. So I've kind of made a determination that I'm not going to buy any more new vehicles unless it's an EV. I'll keep. Oh, there he is. He's getting real close. I'm not going to buy another new vehicle until I can get an EV. I love my little my cherry bomb that everybody calls it around here now, the little red Transit, and I don't think I'll get rid of it until it can't go anywhere anymore. But I really would like to have an electric vehicle, just to, I cover 100, 150 miles a day up here, and that would be perfect. It'd be nice not to be adding to the carbon footprint, and also, well, I don't know if that balances out or not, but get some solar things going on around here. I don't drive that much that I couldn't get by with one up here. That would be for sure. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about. So on the way out today, I've got to hit out and do some errands. I'm going to stop at the Ford dealer and find out if I can get on a list, because I know it's going to be a year or more before I could even think about getting one anyway. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop by the outfitter store down in Harbor Springs and have another look at that little Yakima tent. And I'm going to keep thinking this through and going out to Yosemite over the next week, and that's going to be really interesting. I'm going to look and see what people are using and traveling in, and start thinking about maybe spending a few nights in a tent or a trailer and get out of the hotel scene that I've been doing for so long. The thing is, I keep looking at it economically, and I like to, it's nice to have my hotels. I used to do a lot of camping back when I was younger, and but I'm kind of feeling like doing it a little bit again, and it's I don't know, we'll see about it. I'm not so much interested in going into campgrounds and hanging out with a million other people that are camping, but I've been looking at backcountry camping and bushwhacking and things like that, boondocking as people call it, and there's something to it, and I might like to do it for a couple of weeks here and there. So a little car top tent like that might not be bad. So anyway, I'm gonna stop at the outfitter and basically get out in the world, do some things. Just thought I'd share a little bit of time with you here, get a video out. I haven't put anything out in a while. Sorry I'm not teaching you anything. I really do like teaching people stuff, and haven't been able to do that lately, but I'm getting back to it. As I said, the video's almost ready to go, and then behind that, I've been working on one with my my chemical disposal system that I do here with my my drums and plastic liners and things. So I've got some things I'm going to be getting to. It's just that I'm so busy that it's hard to do so. But I'd like to thank everybody. There's been a few new people signing up for my Patreon lately. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. And there's a link below where you can always join in on that. A couple bucks a month really helps a lot, especially if there's a few people out there doing it. And what I've been doing is kind of saving it up into a bit of an escrow fund there, where I'm planning on using it for some travel and using it to take you in more places. So if you're interested in that, have a look. And just thanks for watching all these. I really appreciate it. Oh, and I'm thinking about doing some live stuff from Yosemite when I get there. Carrick tells me that they've got a lot better connection there now, so we may go live and do something from Ansel Adams' gallery or from the actual Ansel Adams darkroom. So stick with me on that, and if you want to know more about that, or if you want to see when that happens, definitely subscribe. And also there's that little bell next to the subscription. Hit that, because that'll give you notifications when I do go live. So yeah, I think that might be fun if I can do it. I know I've been talking about going live from places, and I thought I was going to go live from Canyonlands or from Arches National Park, but hey, cell coverage there, which is kind of a beautiful thing, right? To be able to find some place where you can't stare at your phone all the time. But I wasn't able to go live. Yosemite, I should be able to do something, so stay tuned. I'm going to be out there. I leave tomorrow, but we're not actually getting into the park until next Wednesday. And then we're setting up for the workshop. So I think the workshop runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So somewhere in there, I'm only on for one day of that. So somewhere in there, I'll go live and I'll share some things with you. Yeah, that'll be fun to do. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming around. Hope you have the rest of the day is nice for you, and hope you have a nice weather, and it's good wherever you are. And thanks a lot for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you want. and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, take care. Bye.